Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. I cannot stress how good this bounty is for farming. It's week 5 of Mythic Boss Rush, Netherspite Captain Galvanger day 4 bounty. I have farmed 2000 Renown from this bounty myself. I started with a level 25 artillery strike, and yeah, it was kind of hard. Level 50 would be the ideal one, but now that I have reached level 32 artillery strike from farming this, then things are getting smoother. And now I'm using this comp. I have Arfus, Elise Khadgar for the first fight, and the bench is now Voone, Edwin, Eudora, so all green artillery strike mercs. Because at level 32, when you hit one artillery strike on a green, it clears all the way to the end boss, and at that point you still need 2 artillery strikes, unless you have it at level 50. But this just makes it so much smoother, and like the overall level of this team is 93. It's a level 93 team, and this is a level 260 Mythic Boss Rush, and I'm farming this. Obviously you don't always succeed, but even if you have to concede in the final fight, you still get 32 Renown as consolation prize. So that's still pretty good. Obviously the worst case scenario, you don't get an artillery strike after the first fight, and yeah, then it can be a bit of a struggle. I have actually killed Maestra with these, but I'm not sure if that's really worth it, or maybe you should just concede and start over. But anyway, this is what this looks like in action. So we open up with the Dragonbone Golem fight, and with this comp it takes me 11 turns to kill Dragonbone Golem with my current team. Because this fight pretty much goes on rails. Sometimes they don't manage to roll attack, and then you can have difficulty killing off your Arfus, but typically that can still happen. You just want to kill off Arfus, Root, Heartfire. Right, here we go, boom boom. Then after this, once Arfus is gone, well, it kind of depends on whether you have any mercs with any shared treasures, because you basically just want a little bit of health here. So I think my Voone had some shared treasure with others, because my Voone has 136 health, whereas these have a little bit less. It doesn't make a big difference really. I mean, but it still gives you a little bit of leeway, a little bit of safety. And then we Guiding Bath, Blizzard. Voone does whatever. Doesn't really matter too much here, as long as it survives. Then the next plan here is that once I get the monkey, I will sacrifice the Elise, because I don't want Elise now, because I really want to get that artillery strike and get going. In the previous, with the level 100 artillery strike, I didn't sacrifice Elise in this fight because I had a plan to kill Maestra. But now it's a little bit different. So we can do a bit of fire breathing over there. Now they can start to attack like the green you have here, and they're red, so might take a bit of damage. But as you can see, these are not upgraded at all, and Voone is still doing okay. I've also tried it with the weaker mercs, just to make sure that they will survive as well, and they have, but I'm not sure if there's some combination that could end up killing them. Maybe. Anyway, now we have the monkey, and once we have the monkey, that means that we are going to sacrifice the Elise. Elise, get out of here. Need a bit of a death rattle there to actually get rid of it. But we managed to get rid of Elise. That's great. Now here's a risk that I might lose the monkey. So, and these got the buff. So this actually everything went as poorly as possible. Ha. But it's still gonna be fine. Because see, I can do some sweet moves here. You shouldn't usually need to do these moves. Oh, that extra deals too much damage. Oh no, it's fine. King's bounty as well. So we have the Kingpin's bounty, and that will heal up the monkey. And then we can do an axe throw there. So then we get the heal on the monkey, and we don't lose the monkey. Using the equipment on Edwin, that gives the healing to everybody. That's just really, really good here. Usually you don't have to think. Thinking takes time sometimes, but this time things landed pretty poorly, which meant that I actually thought a little bit. The main thing you think about is that you don't want to use an ability that then would deal the damage, because they mark one of your abilities often. So then if you use it, you take damage, and then it crits because these are greens, so you could actually accidentally kill off your mercs. And just don't do that. Don't kill off your mercs. But if you just alternate between different abilities every turn, you're going to be fine always. I'm gonna do a Kingpin's Bounty there now. This Kingpin's Bounty is also getting some healing going. It's wonderful. I wonder if this is now more than 11 turns. This was a little bit different than all the previous runs that I have had here. But be that as it may, even if it's 12 turns, it just won't be much of a difference. It was ever so slightly faster with Gen, because Gen could crit into that one. But this is still completely fine. Is that really? No, it's not really. Like, those animations, they sometimes appear even though the effect is no longer there. Anyway, hit this. The typical effect once you start recording, everything goes wrong. But even though everything went wrong, it was still that easy. Then all I would need is an artillery strike. I get an Atiash, which is not what I want. And I don't get what I want at all. Alright, well, this sucks. This happens 1 time out of 4, pretty much. But it's okay. We get to test about killing Maestra, because I have also killed Maestra with this team, and then I have rolled 2 artillery strikes after and managed to complete it all. But I'm not sure if it's worth that. But now that we're here, we might as well give it a go. So, which mercs do I want? I think I want Voone and Eudora, maybe. Because I think sometimes Maestra will attack into the cannons. So you can also, like, abuse Maestra's AI a little bit. Sometimes. Hotfire here. Bit of axe throw. I'll just do this just to test it out. I'll summon more cannons. Try to taunt up again. Try the Blizzard, and might as well do a bit of a Fire Breath here. So that shouldn't... Yeah, it actually kills a cannon. Like, those cannons sometimes mess up with the AI. Which is wonderful, in case you want to kill this. Depends on how many minutes it takes me to kill this. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Might send up a worm over there. Might we get those hits there. That's fine, that's fine. Now we can summon another cannon. And whenever Master is acting at 5 speed, it doesn't do anything. I can get some crits in with Voone. Zap, zap. Now Master attacks at 4 speed, and this is really the moment of truth. Because now if Maestra hits into a cannon, which I believe Maestra is very likely to do, then, well, in that case, Maestra just effectively did nothing. And then we can keep blasting. And we can actually get through even Maestra here, but how many minutes have I spent? 3 minutes? It's pretty borderline whether this is useful. It's very, very close. Abusing the AI targeting a little bit here. But hey, sometimes that's what it takes. Alright, we get through Maestra with this team as well, even without an artillery strike. But then I would still need 2 copies. No copies. Actually, no copies. Well, then you just lose. I don't think it's worth trying to fight Plague Maw with this team. So then you can just concede here and grab your 16 Renown. This was pretty much all the worst things that can possibly happen happened here. But that's fine. I'll go this again to show you the good side of this. But when you come into a fight where you can't win, just enter the fight and concede. You will get the rewards. So in this case, it's 16 Renown. And it's 32 if we get over there with a single copy of Artillery Strike, but we don't make it all the way. So then we just go again. This same fight again. It's going to be 11 turns. We know the drill. Alright, I beat Dragonbone Golem again, and this time Voone gets Artillery Strike. Wonderful. Oh, I get 2 Artillery Strikes. So okay, the bounty is already over. 1 Artillery Strike now would have already been enough to handle this Maestra, and then that, and also to handle the Plague Maw. So 1 Artillery Strike means that you get 4 more rolls in order to find the second for the final fight. Unless you have level 50, in which case you only need 1, but now that I reached level 32, I got into this good position where I can make use of the full green bench. And there, that's Maestra right there, boom. Just remember that if you get offered the Artillery Strike on the same Merc, don't give it up. Remember to pick it up again. Like after this fight we might be offered that. And here we go, I was just basically waiting for animations, and boom, boom. There's that one. Then we're going to make it the final boss. Just remember to keep the Artillery Strikes here, and then Galvangar Nether Spite. Just a little bit more. And here we go, boom, boom. So that kind of bounty. This has been great. The best Mythic Boss Rush bounty for farming that I have had ever. Some people who have had really strong fire comps may have had like fire and Artillery Strike able to do stuff before, but this is so cheap, so effective. I farmed more than 2000 Renown with this. 11 turns. It's 11 turns every time. Boom. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.